certainly am glad you came. All right, it is Sunday, which means it is time for another episode of The Skinny. And today we're going to be talking about an ingredient that everybody talks about, but nobody really talks about it. And that is hyaluronic acid. I'm going to put that out here because if you're like me, it probably took you a while to even be able to say it properly. Like, I remember when I first started looking at it, I was like, hyaluronic acid. And one of the reasons I wanted to talk about it is because it's everywhere. It is everywhere. It is in your face creams. It's now in foundations. It is in serums. It's everywhere. Why? Hyaluronic acid is a skin identical ingredient. What? Yes, it mimics your skin, and it is fucking phenomenal at holding water. So what it does for you is pull water and moisture back into your skin, even if the ingredient itself isn't doing it. Does that make sense? So a lot of the times, a large percentage of the hyaluronic acid that we are using in our products is just sitting on top of our skin. And don't get discouraged yet, because even though it is just sitting on our skin, by sitting on our skin, it allows other water soluble ingredients that are good for our skin to get in there and give us the goods. So the good thing about it is that while it itself may not be doing as much as we'd like to, with the way that it is in a lot of products like moisturizer and serums, it is allowing space for other ingredients to come on in, girl, come on in. So for instance, there are some formulations of vitamin E serums that are water soluble, and if you use it in conjunction with hyaluronic acid, you're actually giving vitamin E a little boost, and the hyaluronic acid is just like So essentially what hyaluronic acid can do for you, even though it may not necessarily be sinking into your skin, is give you hydration on the surface of your skin, and it does form a protective barrier. So one thing that I like about using it is that it always feels very, very nice. Every product that I have that has it in it actually feels nice. It doesn't mean it's doing everything, and I've said that before. Like, there are a lot of things that feel great that are doing nothing. So like, I was looking for lotion. My hands are dry. So don't distress just because an ingredient that you thought might be doing all of this stuff and have all these benefits isn't necessarily doing exactly that, right? Because hyaluronic acid is still good for aging. It's still good for my aging old bitch skin. And as I mentioned before, it is a skin identical ingredient. So it's naturally in our skin and it behaves there like a sponge. Your hyaluronic acid is the sponge ingredient. It soaks everything up and makes you look extra fabulous. And from my little notes here, I found out that it can bind up to 1,000 times its weight in water. So I was talking about that earlier, like, bitch, I'm about that life. When I talk about hyaluronic acid helping with aging skin and keeping skin young, one of the things that it does do is maintain the skin's elasticity. So yes, girl, look at how elastic my skin, no, I'm not gonna pinch it. But it also reduces your skin's inflammatory response, and it does regenerate your damaged skin barriers. So one of the great benefits I find with using hyaluronic acid, especially if it's in a moisturizer, because hyaluronic acid is a moisturizer / humectant, and one of the reasons I like to use it especially is if I have done any exfoliating on my skin. I love to use a moisturizer that has hyaluronic acid in it after that, because it just is very nice, because I have been a little harsh, but I have like rub the life out of my skin for a second. And with that being the case, sorry, both kind of wandering around on me, but with that being the case, I like to be able to put the hyaluronic acid moisturizer on there, because it does soothe my skin, and it does help to keep your skin looking younger and plumper. So does my skin look young and plump? You guys tell me. So that is hyaluronic acid. That is our ingredient of the week. I hope I was able to give you guys something fun to learn there. I am having so much fun with this. It's actually getting more intense. I hope you can see that over time I'm getting like better at getting all this in my head, and hyaluronic acid was one I really wanted to talk about. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one. I know we have a few other ingredients that I have on my mind that I want to talk about, and if you guys have some, Kelsey, I know you have castor oil, and that is on my list, but if you guys have some, drop some down for me. All right. All right, so learning about hyaluronic acid this week really got me wondering about sheet masks. Because as I learned about hyaluronic acid and really started understanding that a large amount of it is not actually sinking into my skin the way that I think it is, but it does have other properties, I started to ask myself, what do sheet masks do? Because I have so many. And it's not so much what do they do, but how do they even work? I mean, I get it, you put it on your face, but there is like product between you. And so for instance, this mask that I have here, I put it directly on my skin and it goes to work. A lot of these ones though, you put it on your skin and does it work? Sort of. It's yes and it's no. A large part of it is making sure that you are looking at the ingredients in the mask to determine whether or not those ingredients are even as active as they should be. And with quick Google searches, a lot of times you can find out if they are. Another good thing to do is to look at the time, because more than anything, what I like about masking, not necessarily sheet mask, but what I like about masking is that it gives me that time to relax, that me time, that like, hey, for 20 minutes, girl, don't stress. You're not gonna move around. You're not gonna freak out. You're not gonna shove food in your mouth. You're going to just sit, relax, and mask. But they don't all work the same. One mask doesn't fit all. So the first thing is keep in mind the shape. Keep in mind the shape and how large or small the mask is. I highly recommend going online and looking at reviews and seeing if anybody says anything about its fit. I have a lot of problems with sheet masks because of my face. My face is either too small or too big, depending on the mask. Moreover, it's more of my features, right? So I have a big ass mouth and kind of big eyes, but like not real big eyes, but kind of big eyes. That makes sense. And then my nose is, well, my nose. But I have a lot of forehead. So sometimes getting a mask on is kind of a pain in the ass. The other good thing about masks too is that you can take them with you on vacation. You can take them with you when you go somewhere. So it is kind of nice to have it in this format because it is kind of cool that if you go on vacation and you're just going to be chilling, you're like, I'll grab this one, I'll grab this one, and I will grab this one, and you have your 3 masks for your vacation. Looking at the ingredients, it is actually very important to pay attention. For instance, this one says it's a natural avocado mask sheet. So I go back here to see where exactly the ingredients are for the avocado. And so far, I'm going to tell you that the majority of the avocado is way the heck down here. So I don't know how much avocado extract I am getting. As I mentioned before, it does suck that the mask doesn't fit all over my face. What I think I'm probably going to try is get one of those mask thingies that you put on top of your face. And I think more than often, I'm just going to get a lot of the stuff out of the mask, put it on my face, the serum, and go on about my business and let it set. Because here's a fun fact. A large amount of the ingredients that are in here, while good and all that great stuff, I don't understand why I have to have it in this mask format. Why can't you just put it all on my face? Why can't I just have a dropper? So some masks are nothing more than smelly good water. I'm gonna be honest. By looking into the ingredients, you can find out for sure whether or not your mask is just smelly good water or if it actually has good stuff in it. I have mentioned before that one thing you always want to do when you're looking at your ingredients list is usually, not always, but the closer to the front of your ingredients are, the more likely you are to have the benefits of that ingredient. Also, you want to look and see the concentration of the ingredients in there. The thing about getting a lot of these in beauty boxes is it doesn't necessarily show you. So I would highly recommend that you go online and you check them out, because a lot of times online they will have the key ingredients for each mask. And if they have the key ingredients, then you can use that to determine whether or not it's doing for you what you'd like. Another big thing about sheet masks, Please pay as much attention as possible to the recommended time the mask is supposed to be on your face. I once fell asleep with a sheet mask on my face. I'm not gonna say it was, well, it was awful. I woke up, it was super, super dry. I actually had to go kind of rinse my face to get it off. It was bad news. But make sure you're paying attention to the time that you need to have it on your face, because I think the intent of this was to make it easier. For me personally, it actually makes it a little bit more difficult for me to do a 20 or 30-minute mask because it takes me forever to slap it on my big ass face. But for those of you who have normal sized faces, this may be your friend. All in all, a sheet mask to me personally is just an indicator that I need to relax. I just want to chill. And when I put a sheet mask on, that is what I'm telling myself. I'm telling myself I'm going to sit back, I'm going to relax for 20 to 30 minutes and just have a nice time. I mean, personally, I prefer to actually use regular masks that I just slather on my face. One, because a lot of those only take about 10 minutes of my time, so it's not a whole long process. But two, I feel more confident that it's actually going into my skin. A lot of these, I can't really guarantee that. There's some of them where I can definitely tell a difference after I've used the mask, and then there's others where I'm like, finally, with regard to masks, I've heard that there's been some issues that come up with skin irritation and masks and letting young folks use masks. First, I would highly recommend that if you put a mask on your face, the second you feel anything weird, take that bad boy off, all right? Because a lot of them say things that make you think that you're okay, but you're not. Like, for instance, some masks will tell you that tingling is okay. The thing about tingling is you and I both know what your skin feels like when it's tingling in a good way. You should definitely take it off if you feel like it's tingling in a bad way. And then the other is letting young women use masks is up to you as a parent. It is completely up to you. I don't have children, don't plan on it, but I'm definitely going to tell you that it is completely up to you. But I highly recommend that you really look at the ingredients. And I'm always going to say this, especially when I'm talking about products like this. Look at the ingredients and make sure that it is a mask that a young face can handle. Because a lot of these masks are for my old ass, trying to keep me young, wrinkle-free, healthy, plump skin, which means that those ingredients might be a little too harsh for 15-year-old skin. For instance, vitamin E may be a bit harsh for a young woman. So vitamin E, retinol, I would definitely say that those kinds of ingredients are a little harsh for young women. I would also stay away from citrusy type ingredients for young skin, because again, a lot of that is more geared towards us older ladies, not young women. So that is it. That is all. That is all. I hope I was able to give you guys some fun information today. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of The Skinny. I'm really starting to enjoy this even more. Every time I do this, and I know I say it every time, but every time I enjoy it more. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Have a great day. If you would, before you leave, thumbs up the video. And if you have not already, go ahead and consider subscribing. I am on a goal to 1,000 subscribers to reach that by my birthday in April. I'm going to be 40 years old, girl, and I couldn't be happier. So if you could join in on that, that would be great. Until next time, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Relax, chill, be kind to each other. I love each and every one of you, and deuces! Oh my gosh. Fresh squeeze. I'm going to try this one. Hop down, stop it. Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra, and if you are new to my channel, oh my god. Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra, and welcome. God damn it, I can't do it. Hi guys, what's up? Oh yeah, I turned it a weird way. Hi guys, what's up? It's me, Audra, and